Hi, 7th graders. Thanks for checking in. If you wanted to be talked through a little bit of the math homework, or if you ran into a little bit of an issue and you want to have a little bit of help, what I did first was I went back through up here. This is such a nice key to help me. It has everything reviewed. I just added color because I needed it today. So I'm looking acute triangles, obtuse triangles, right triangles. It's got all my rules: equilateral, isosceles, scalene. That right there is going to come in such great handy for 1 through 4. So they said classify each triangle by its angles and its side. All right, so that's the important piece. By its angles and its sides. So first, I'm looking right here. I'm looking at these angles. 1, 2, 3. Are they right? Are they obtuse? Are any obtuse? No, they're all acute. So we've got an acute triangle, right? Now let's look at the sides. Those lines are telling me right there that they are all equal, so that's an equilateral triangle. Spelling does count, especially when they're putting it right in front of you. Lateral triangle, okay? All right, make sure that you are looking at the next ones. Look at your angles, look at your sides, know what these are telling you, okay? Oh, look at that. Just because it doesn't have the 2 marked here or the 2 marked here doesn't mean that it is not something else. All right, next. The measure of 2 of the 3 angles of a triangle are given. We know this. This is a review. Let me pull it out. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. I just had it. Right here. The measure of two of the 3 angles of a triangle are given. Find the measure of the remaining angle. Then classify the triangle by its angles. Well, I know that a triangle, all of the angles in a triangle, all of those angles add up to equal 180 degrees. So that is going to be helpful for me. Now here's what I'm doing. I'm going to add these 2 up. 73 plus 37, where are you, calculator? (73 plus 37 equals 110, and then I'm going to do 180 minus 110. I see where I got that, is equal to, let me clear, 180 minus 110 is equal to 70 degrees. So then it says, find the measure of the remaining angle. That's my first step. Find the measure of the remaining angle. Check. Then classify the triangle by its angle. So I'm coming back up here. All right. I have an angle that's 73, that's less than 90. 37, that's less than 90. 70, that's less than 90. So that is an acute triangle. Okay, now looking at the next one, I'll do 2 with you because then you got the rest. So 60 plus 60, that equals 120. I did that in my head, you can do it on your calculator. So I'm going to do 180 minus 120 to find the 3rd angle, right? So that 3rd angle, 180 minus 120 is equal to 60. Oh, look at that. All of the angles are the same. 60, 60, 60. Those are all smaller than 90, so I'm going to classify it by its angles, which that would be an acute triangle. Whoa, okay, sorry. Now this one, I've already got a red flag because it's greater than 90. I'm looking at probably an obtuse. You still need to find out that 3rd angle though. All right, so can each set of lengths, I'm on 13, can each set of lengths given be used to form a triangle? All right, here's what we've got. Remember our formula. I wrote it up here just to help me. So A plus B is 8. 8 is going to be greater than 11, but I've got to do 3 minus 5, absolute value, of course. 3 minus 5 is negative 2, but it's 2. So I have to say, is this true? 8 is greater than 11, and 11 is greater than 2. Does that work? Yes. How do I explain? I just showed my work right there. Okay, now don't go too crazy and go off on the sides because that's really hard for Miss Underhill to follow along. So make sure your work is right there with it. Don't do all the big circles with markers and stuff like that. That's really hard for us to understand. So making sure it's in the correct area. Let's do one more. A plus B, 4 plus 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're saying 11 is greater than C, which is 8. And then 4 minus 7, which would be negative 3. Absolute value is 3. So is it true? 11 is greater than 8. 8 is greater than 3. Yes. What's my proof? Right here. All right. I'm going to do one more with you, and I'm not going to do that top one. Let's do a decimal one down here. Okay. So here's my A, my B, and my C, and I'm following the formula. So I'm going to say 9.6, I'm bringing out my calculator for this. 9.6 plus 10.2, okay, make sure you're fitting the points. I almost missed there. So we're saying 19.8 is greater than 20.3. I'm going to stop right there. Can this be used for a triangle? Does this work? We're going to say no, because 19.8 cannot be greater than 20.3. It just doesn't work. So that's where we would say no. And you can stop right there, because that's your explain, that's your proof. Okay, so you've got the other ones that you need to do. And also, you need to copy down this work, or you will not get credit for it. All right, last ones. I mean, I guess if you're working off of this one, you don't have to, but if you're turning one in and you don't have that work down, you're not getting credit for it. Second page. Apply the triangle inequality theorem to find the range of possible lengths. Okay, look at this. I've got my triangle inequality theorem. I've got my triangle inequality theorem right here. Okay, so to find the range of possible lengths. So that's going to be an important piece, is the range. So range is giving me different options, okay? So AB, AC, I'm going to just draw my triangle out real quick. A, B, C. Okay, so they're saying AB is 6. They're saying AC is 9. Okay, and they want to know what BC could be. Okay? I'm going to make this B, and I'm going to say 6 plus B is greater than 9. 9 is greater than the absolute value of 6 minus B. Okay, so now we got to go through and do the work. Well, what can B be, oh gosh, that will make it greater than 9? 3 would not work. So anything less than 3 wouldn't work. 2 wouldn't work, 1 wouldn't work, 0 wouldn't work, right? So 4, B can be greater than 4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Now that works, and we could go on infinitely, but we need to check over here. So 6 minus 4 would be 2, 9 is greater than 2, that would work. Let's try 6 minus 5, that would be 1, 9 is greater than 5. 6 minus 6, that would be 0, that would work. 7, so wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 minus 7 would be negative 1. Absolute value, 9 is greater than 1. 8, negative 2, 9, 10. Oh, I do not like this one. 6 minus 10 is negative 4. 9 is greater than 4. 6 minus 11 is 5. Oh, 6 minus 11, negative 5. 9, okay. So 11, 12. That'd be 6, 13 would be 7, 14 would be 8, 15 would be 9, 16 would be 10, and that's where we would stop, because 16 wouldn't work. Ew, I do not like these. I'm going to make the call right now. Save this one and this one to work on me with at Zoom, okay? So we're going to save 23 and 24 for Zoom, just because I think we could talk through it, and I think it might be easier than sending you guys on a wild goose chase. If you want to give it a try for a challenge, love it. Okay, number 25 through 28, true or false? An isosceles triangle can be a right triangle. Yeah, we've got that right here. An isosceles triangle can be a right triangle. Well, we don't have it right here, but I've got them mixed in between. An isosceles triangle. Every right triangle has an obtuse angle. No, that's false. And the reason is 180 degrees is all the angles of a triangle. So if I do 180 minus 90, I have 90 left, and I have to divide that by 2. So 45 degrees would be the biggest my other two angles could be. All right? An equilateral triangle is a right triangle. Equilateral triangle. So an equilateral means they have all the same sides. Can it be a right triangle? Right scalene, right isosceles. I'm going to say no. And the reason is because I need that angle to be 90, and I don't think that I can have three all the same angles. An equilateral triangle ends up being an acute triangle. All right? So if I were to change that, it'd be acute. Okay. All acute triangles have 3 congruent sides. Give that one a try. All right? Remember, do they always have 3 congruent sides? Take a peek. Good luck. All right. Use letters in the figure at the right to identify as many kind of triangle as possible. All right, so you're looking, and if you're looking for a right triangle, you've got a couple of hints right here. Remember, when you write triangle, you would say, you could write triangle or you could say triangle, but you need to have all 3 letters, okay? Write scalene triangle, take a peek. What is a scalene triangle? No sides are the same. And an equilateral triangle, all the sides are equal. Okay, so go through and write those. Number 33 and 34, you read them out, give it a try, use all your best knowledge, and then at the back, or at the bottom, use a protractor to measure each angle. Classify each as acute, obtuse, or straight. It's all coming back, it's all coming back to me now. Gotta find my protractor. Remember, you line up the hole in the protractor with the line underneath, and then you send it straight up. That's where I would bring out, maybe a sticky note would help me. Does that line up right with 90? Maybe, don't know. You guys can do it yourselves. All right, good luck, 7th graders. Remember, if you have questions, you can text Miss Underhill or myself. You can also come and bring them to Zoom, and we would be happy to help you. Good luck, you guys.